Samuel.
Hello guys, you're about to watch Nigeria versus Jamaica in the Unity Cup final. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Make sure you subscribe to the channel for more updates like this.
And what an occasion it has been in the build-up. The fans playing their part to try and provide further entertainment, as they have done throughout this competition. And as both bosses have made the point, out to try and win it. It's a friendly really in name only. So Nigeria all in the white with a couple of new boys at the back. And Bakisa, the right back who's just spent the season on loan in England's League One, Barnsley from Wolves, conceding the early corner. Samuel Chukwueze of Milan is going to take this one. One of the more experienced members of this Nigerian side, not everybody available. They'll play another friendly in Russia next week, and they will have a number of their more senior players back available again. Chukwueze will certainly fancy his chances of getting involved early. Fourth consecutive start for him, for Nigeria. And on the day of the Champions League final, a reminder that he, of course, was a semi-finalist not too long ago with Villarreal. Alfred Ndidi with a key part to play in the centre of the pitch, certainly, to stake his claim for more regular involvement at left-back going forward from here. Dixon, and he got there first. The goalkeeper has come, and it is relieved, I'm sure, that Kahim Dixon was forced wide by Felix Agu. Still work for Ogbu to do. Jamaica looking to ask some early questions of a inexperienced Nigerian defence. Sadiq Ismaila, the from close range with the overhead, to open his international account at the earliest opportunity. Moses Simon well advanced here. 2 or 3 in the penalty area wearing white, and will have to settle for the corner. Kicked out by Chukwueze. It's a nice ball, wasn't it, for Moses Simon, the 8th most capped player in Nigeria's history, winning number 80 tonight. He's brought up 200 appearances for his club side Nantes. Might be without some star names, but they still have experience to call upon in this squad. He's going to take it. Only partially dealt with, and it will come back the way of Moses Simon. Felix Agu. Sadiq Ismaila, who set up their opening goal against Ghana in the semi-final. Lovely running cross down the right-hand side. And it was just his second cap. Simon again, to try and link with Chukwueze. Did well to reach there. Almost went beyond the byline, but instead he was able to call Shakan Davis into action. Wasn't going to give up on that one, was he? It looked very close. And Wilfred Ndidi resuming that partnership that they forged to great effect against Ghana. It is Ndidi that plays it forward here, looking for Cyril Dessers. Pumps it on towards Simon, who scores! Didn't take long. Nigeria in front in the final, thanks to their skipper Moses Simon. In the right place to apply the finishing touch there. After some good work from Cyril Dessers, who opened the scoring in the semi and has turned provider this time. He's the most capped player in this starting lineup for Nigeria, and he scores for Nigeria for the 10th time in his distinguished international career. from halfway. It was close to offside, wasn't it, against Cyril Dessers, who delivered dangerously, and Simon was just first to react, really, reaching it ahead of Lembakisa and applying the finishing touch, having done so right into the corner. William Davis in goal, no chance of reaching that, despite the proximity of the player in front of him. So advantage to the Super Eagles already. And a role reversal is going to be required by the Reggae boys, who went 2-up against Trinidad and Tobago in their semi-final, only to lose that lead and re-establish it in stoppage time from the penalty spot. It's a goal that will settle down Eric Shell's team, surely, as he looks to turn to attack. Instead, with Ronaldo Cephas, really dangerous ball in, Davis arriving and touched in by Kaheem Dixon. 1-1. And a huge roar greets the rapid response from the Reggae boys. Kaheem Dixon of Charlton Athletic has levelled it up for Jamaica. They were behind for less than 2 minutes. Owed much to Cephas. He won both of their penalties in the semi-final. He was the main threat again here down the left. Strong surge and a really dangerous ball in. It was just in front of Burrell, but Dixon beyond him was able to apply the finishing touch. Sliding in to try and stop him, the Nigerian defence were just unable to do so. Frank Onyeka was the closest. They have actually taken a little touch off him, but it's Dixon's goal. It's 1-1 in the Unity Cup final. He just made his way down to the touchline at Steve McLaren, greeted by the goal, and it's all square again. The referee is going to stop the play here and produce the yellow card for the challenge. Moses Simon. Got the ball as well for Teller. Didn't quite have the time to take the touch. It's just settling down again a little bit, isn't it, after the flurry of activity, the trading of goals in this final. Which, by the way, just to remind you, if it is level after 90 minutes, will be settled by a penalty shootout. Jamaica were just minutes away from needing one of those in midweek before settling it from the spot anyway in stoppage time against Trinidad and Tobago. Chukwueze, he's at the centre of everything at the moment, looking for Simon. Davis comes and gathers it. Who goes back to his goalkeeper, calmly dealt with by Wabali. Chukwueze dispossessed. Dixon. Lembakisa did well to get his foot in. And has it back again here. Gets to Lembakisa, forward towards Burrell. Nearly for Casey Palmer. And here goes Ismaila. He's certainly got plenty of competition for that right-back role, but is currently in possession of the shirt in this squad in the absence of the likes of Ola Aina and Brighter Sai Samuel. They will come into the squad against Russia next week. Let's have a look at the possible penalty appeal from a couple of minutes ago. It would have been harsh, I think, against Richard King as Chukwueze cut it back. Chukwueze doing well to keep it in play. The questions were asked of the referee, and he waved it away straight away. Tella trying to take them all on. He stayed down at the end of that as Jamaica come clear with it. The referee again letting it go, allowing the game to flow where possible. Moses Simon. Another for Onyeka, back for Simon again. Enjoying the territory at the moment, Nigeria, but Jamaica maintaining their defensive discipline. Many alumni today. Chris Hughton, former Ghana manager, of course. They were winners earlier in the third place playoff. Here's Dessers for Nigeria with a side of goal, and then does get the shot away. The goalkeeper can't hold it, but is able to grab it at the second attempt. Shekham Davis is grateful. Dessers who posed the danger initially. Holgate held him up, but ultimately couldn't prevent the shot from coming in. And he got down smartly second time around, did Davis, at the feet of Nathan Tella. He's back on now after that period of treatment. He's immediately back in the thick of things as Dixon is the one doing the closing down. Simon settles for the throw and leaves it for Felix Agu to take. Chukwueze. Simon, no way through. Remember, Kisa kept it in play, but actually only succeeded in presenting that to Felix Agu. And a free kick will follow for Nigeria in a useful position here. Stuart Atwell on the scene. Penalises John Russell. Almost paid a price for keeping that in play, did Lemba Kisa. Nigeria may still fancy their chances of profiting from this situation. Some organising for Davis to do in goal. He was part of the Mount Pleasant side, beating it in that Premier League playoff final by Cavalier last week. Will he be required here? Simon and Chukwueze stand over it. It's going to be Moses Simon to take it. And flick behind for the corner. Couldn't really take any chances with that. Mason Holgate did get a touch to it. All he could do with it really in the circumstances. He'll be heading back to Everton after his loan spell with West Bromwich Albion, although he'll be in the last month of his contract there. Here's the corner. Came the way of Nathan Tella, but he wasn't able to bring it under his spell. Keeps it in play though with a tussle on the touchline. And a tumble from Tella, no free kick given, and Jamaica will counter instead. With Sifas has covered good ground here. Burrell calling for it, Dixon was as well, but he was stopped by Felix Agu. Of course, didn't come this time from Sifas. And he set up the goal on the other side. He's such a threat. Saw that in midweek as well. 16th cap for Ronaldo Sifas of Ankara Gucci in Turkey. Scored 8 goals for them in the Turkish second tier this season, in suffering actually a second successive relegation. But there is a card on the touchline. It's for Eric Shell, taking his complaints a little too far. One or two decisions gone against his side that he has taken issue with. And that's maybe one too many for Stuart Atwell's liking. So the boss into the book. Neatly done by Dixon. There's Palmer. Burrell goes down, no penalty. Again, Stuart Atwell very quickly waving it away. Hopefully making his interpretation acrimonious on occasion. It's been feisty, certainly. And there are further views being exchanged as the teams head for the tunnel. Plenty to digest after that. 2 goals scored in quick succession as they traded blows. Gahan Dixon coming up with the swiftest of equalisers for Jamaica, just a couple of minutes after Moses Simon had put Nigeria in front. They weren't able to build on that lead though, courtesy of Dixon's goal. Jamaica head for the tunnel on terms. The Nigerian players staying out there at the moment. To Chukwueze. That's a clever ball. Nathan Teller on the end of it. Couldn't initially find a way through, but still might be able to create something here. Away was by King. Straight into touch this time. Well, it is only his second cap. His debut came in November of 2023 in Zimbabwe. Nathan Teller now of Leverkusen, feature fairly regularly for them in the Bundesliga over the course of the last couple of seasons. Felix Agu with the cross. Not by King, but this time not convincing. Agu on debut here, Simon. Certainly not short of experience, still scrapping for it. Comes for Chukwueze. He's outnumbered but gets his shot away and scores. Brilliantly taken by Samuel Chukwueze. And Nigeria in front in the final for the second time. Well, he's been at the heart of most of their attacking play so far. And now he's come up with a finish as well. His 7th international goal. Samuel Chukwueze of Milan with a moment of quality. Number of star names not available in this squad, but in their absence, Chukwueze is one of the more senior players available to Eric Schell. And he's led by example here. He had an awful lot to do when taking the pass from Teller, outnumbered by those in green and gold. But he dispatched it decisively, set himself, arrowed across the keeper and into the far corner. Super Eagles ahead again. It's only his 2nd international goal in the last 18 months or so. He did score against Rwanda in defeat in African nations qualifying in November. They'd already qualified by then for next year's finals. That was his first goal for his country since September of 2023. He does have previous in international management, does Eric Schell, with Mali, for whom he played 5 times as a centre-back at international level. Spent his entire playing career at club level in France. Played in Ivory Coast, and the boss of Nigeria as of the start of this year. By King, here's Sifas. They've made the run for him, still with Ronaldo Sifas. He's able to deliver the cross, and they've levelled it again! It's Russell, it's 2-2. Real resilience from the Reggae boys. They will not give this one up. And they're back on terms for the second time in the final. John Russell of Barnsley with the equalising goal. From right in front of goal, but once more, big part played by Ronaldo Sifas. He's the one that made it. Another dangerous delivery. Just asking for it to be finished off. And just as Dixon did in the first half, Russell does the honours this time. All square again in the Unity Cup final. His second goal and only his 6th international cap for Jonathan Russell. New call for this competition for the first time since the last Gold Cup. And he did score against St Kitts and Nevis a couple of summers ago. He's given them something to shout about again here. But once more, it was all about Cephas really in the creation of the opportunity. So Nigeria make this change. They were going to make it anyway when they were 2-1 in front. The situation has shifted somewhat as Nathan Teller makes way to be replaced by Tolu Arukarade. That goal-laden season with Genk. He's hoping to take that sort of form onto the international stage here. Might mean a little bit of a reshuffle as well. Dessers, you'd imagine, will go a bit wider, although they could play now with 2 up top. But they need a 3rd goal to get themselves back in front again. Twice they've led, and it's not been enough. And the goalkeeper didn't have a lot of time to complete the clearance there. Palmer, it's a lovely ball. Cephas in dangerous territory again. Certainly given what we've seen from him. This time he goes down, and there is no free kick forthcoming. We've had a good look at that. Really quick to wave it away. So the counter-attack. Kadare. Bessie slips it back through to him. Kadare almost with the instant impact there. There's a big block to deal with the initial danger. But Nigeria will come again with Chukwueze. Not only as far as Onyeka. There's this Simon to Felix Agu. Really good game now. They're both giving it a real go. Chukwueze, in keeping with the rest of this competition that has provided us with fabulous fare this week. Might get another go, Kelechi Iheanacho. And again here, trying to trick his way through, but he's stopped by Amari Bell. Jamaica standing firm. And it works loose for Warner Brown. Couldn't quite make anything of that. And with the 3 additional minutes played, there goes the whistle. They can't be separated, and it will take a penalty shootout to do so. And to determine who will lift the Unity Cup at the end of this, we're still no nearer knowing. Twice Nigeria got themselves in front in this final. Twice Jamaica battled back. It was Moses Simon, the skipper, that started the scoring just 10 minutes in. That was a lead that lasted less than 2 minutes before Kaheem Dixon's goal. Nigeria resumed his part, but there is no more now that they can do. Unless this doesn't go in. Christantos Uche on his international debut is the one who places down the potentially decisive penalty. Pressure on his shoulders, certainly. Mr. Win it. Uche does score, and Nigeria win the Unity Cup. On debut, he scores from the spot to settle the shootout. And the Super Eagles have done it. They've done it the hard way, but they have the trophy. Still, there's never been any other name on the Unity Cup. 21 years since it was last staged in England's capital. They've kept hold of it. They've needed the penalty shootout to do so. 5 successful kicks from 5. Ultimately, Dwayne Atkinson was the only one who couldn't convert. And Jamaica finally are beaten.